Somebody asked me if I was like MAGA. I kind of laughed at him. Let me tell you something. I would go to war for Donald Trump because I know this, I'll tell you this. I've seen him operate firsthand going directly against the deep state, liberal, communist influence inside the Pentagon, trying to railroad these American heroes and put them in prison. Absolutely. So I'd stand up for that guy. But I'll tell you something. If you guys have not seen the 90-minute interview the president did with Joe Rogan, how many of y'all seen that? If you haven't, go back and watch the whole thing. It takes you 2 or 3 sittings to watch the whole thing. Because the level of respect for that guy that I have for the president shot through the roof when you realize the command that he has of history and of engineering and of politics and of monetary affairs. We are taught, for example, we have been taught to despise, not to like terrorists. But the president pointed out, and think about this, from the 1880s until 1913, during the period of the greatest industrial revolution in the United States of America, until the passage of the 13th Amendment, there was 0 income tax. The entire explosion took place under a tariff system. And if I go to the United States Senate, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to wage war against the Internal Revenue Service. We need to cut the hell out of the income tax system. It needs to go. Federal income taxes need to go in the trash can. We need to replace the federal income tax system with something that Governor Huckabee is proposing, and that is a fair tax system. Get rid of it. Listen, and I'm going to close here in a second. One thing Doge has shown us is this. With all the waste and the crap and the stench and the rot they've uncovered, that the deep state of the United States government is a criminal enterprise. And we must wage war against the deep state, the administrative state, and we must take it down. And we will not take it down with the status quo. If we send the gentleman who's currently in the Senate back to the Senate, do you think he's going to take the deep state down? We need to pass a Deep State Reduction Act to eliminate 2/3 of all non-military workers, get rid of them, get rid of 2/3 of the federal agencies, and go back to the constitutional vision. And by the way, they started waging this globalist war probably, we can see it in the Clinton administration with passing NAFTA and most favored nation status for China in the World Trade Organization. Here we are in beautiful Cabarrus County. Where is our textile industry? Where is our furniture industry? The United States, I was watching Tucker on an interview the other day, invented the microchip. We now produce about 8 to 9% of the microchips. And if you want to bring American industry back, not only will the tariffs help to do it, but you eliminate the federal income tax system and they will come back in droves. It's got to be America first. Finally, World War II. I'm a big student. I've written a few military books. Maybe some of you will know that. In November of '42, the Brits had taken a beating. The Royal Air Force had saved the Brits during the battle, during the Blitzkrieg against London. Our Marine Corps had gone into Guadalcanal. Our Navy had won at Midway, but the Brits needed to win on the ground. Finally, at a place called El Alamein in North Africa, the British 8th Army finally won a ground victory for the British. And there was jubilation, and everybody was happy. And then there came on the great Winston Churchill. John F. Kennedy said that Churchill's words were like 1,000 regiments to the British Army. And on that occasion, while the Brits were celebrating, he said, "This is not the end." He said, "It's not the beginning of the end. It may be only the end of the beginning." Churchill knew that in the euphoria of the battle, of that victory, the battle was still left. And it's the same with the President Trump's victory. I've heard some of you say, the greatest president in our lifetime. I agree with that. I never thought I'd say that. I was at President Reagan's inauguration. I've spoken at the Reagan Library twice. I love the guy. But Donald Trump is beyond anything that we have ever seen. We have no senator control the Congress for 2 years. We don't know what's going to happen in 4 years. The next United States senator will serve for 6 years after the end of the Trump administration. Are we going to take the torch of freedom into the future or settle for the status quo? Let's take the torch of freedom into the future. I need you, Cabarrus County. We need you. There's no I in team. There's no I in freedom. We need every one of you. We need to support our campaign. And I love you all. God bless.